I'm Hannah, and we are here in Nashville during CMA Fest with Dillon Carmichael.
Hey, hey.
So, Dillon, you have a super musical family. Your uncles are Eddie Montgomery and John Michael Montgomery. Talk to me about how you kind of got into music since, you've always been around it.
I got into music the same way they got into music. Just, I think being born with the love of music, and once you get going, you kind of get the bug, and also we all joke kind of, we can't do nothing else. We ain't good at nothing else.
Well, that's fair. And you're from Kentucky.
Yep.
So how did you kind of start there and make your way to Nashville?
Well, see, I got out of high school and I was playing at some of the bars in Kentucky where they would let me because I wasn't 21,
Gotcha.
And I don't think they were even legally supposed to let me, but, I
Good
had
thing
a
they did.
beer or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody just assumed I was old enough, but I had somebody come in and offer me a publishing deal at one of those bars when I was 17. And I didn't necessarily think right off the, I didn't know what publishing was. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know what publishing was. All I knew is somebody from Nashville offered me some kind of deal. And so that was kind of my reasoning for moving so young. I said, well, let's do this deal. And I loaded up my rusty Ford and just took off, and people ask me all the time, they're like, well, was you scared or was it freaky, up and leaving home? But it wasn't, it was exhilarating. I was young and excited and ready to get out of that town. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And so obviously it worked out. You released your first album last year.
Yep.
And listening to your music, it's clear that you kind of have a passion for like original, true country music. So
Yeah.
who are some of your favorite artists?
Well, I like anything that's about life and that speaks truth. I like Haggard. I like Waylon. I like some of the outlaw stuff. I also like Skinner and stuff like that, and 38 Special and some of those Southern rock guys. But I like what Eric Church does. I like some of that stuff, and I like Brent Cobb too. So.
Yeah, and listening to your album, you can kind of hear that like Southern rock influence, but also singer-songwriter, just very honest storytelling. Do you feel like your album kind of encompasses all the sides of you?
I think so. Yeah, I think whatever I release in the future will also definitely all about some life songs about truth and I want to my ultimate goal as a songwriter is to relate to the people out there and maybe make their life better in some way, kind of like music did for me originally,
Yeah, I feel like that's obviously the most important thing
Sure.
that music does for everybody. And so how's the fan response kind of been to your album, and how does it feel to have people, kind of latching onto you as your career starts?
Yeah, it's really cool. The past few shows we've done, it's becoming progressively normal seeing people singing along to the songs.
Awesome.
And just throw a dart at the United States, just any city, and there's people singing along. And I was hopeful that would happen one day, but when it starts happening for real, it's like, okay, this is real life right now, you know. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Have you got any tips from your uncles on kind of navigating the business?
Yeah, I have. I've called them a few times, both of them, and said, what would you do in this situation? More of the business side, not less of the creative side.
Yeah.
Of course, I was influenced by them growing up with them and their music as well. But definitely the business side, call and say, hey, I'm in a really interesting situation, maybe even a bad situation. What would you do? And they've been very helpful in a lot of ways, for sure.
I feel like the business side of things could definitely get tricky.
Especially when you're left-brained,
Yes.
And I'm sure they both had plenty of struggle and strife in the business thing, because they're both left-brained as well. They're artists, they're very creative, but they've become great businessmen as well in the music business,
For
obviously.
Sure.
You
I think you kind of have to, you know, to stay successful.
Yeah, exactly.
So have you ever felt any kind of pressure having such success in your family at all?
No, I mean, other than just, you know, I think I realized when I was in elementary school or maybe middle school that when people found that out, that they treated me a little different. You know, it's like, oh, well, you weren't my friend then, but now you are.
And now
you know?
you're your friend, yeah.
So it was just that kind of thing. But really, even then, that circumstance, that didn't happen very often. You know, everybody kind of where I come from, they don't, you know, they don't really care. It's as far as John, Michael, and Eddie are concerned in my hometown, people see them out. They don't. It's not. They're just hometown folks to them. So after a while, it kind of just it evens out. But right in their prime, I was in middle school, and everyone's, you know, the parents and the kids and everybody was just buzzing about it, and so it's kind of weird. It was a weird life growing up, obviously.
Yeah. Well, now they'll be buzzing about you. So you know, do you think you guys would ever maybe perform together in the future?
I actually sent Eddie a message. And I'm going to send John a message, but just trying to find ways to collaborate, whether it be songwriting or a show or you know, telling a story in some way. I think that would be really cool. You know,
Definitely.
it's just like herding everybody up is going to be
it's probably a lot of schedules to manage
a lot of
together.
Schedules, a lot of
But yeah, I'm sure the fans would love that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
So thank you so much for stopping by and talking to us, Dillon.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. And for more on Dillon Carmichael and your favorite country artists, make sure to check out popculture.com.